So, it's been a while since I've done some film news. At least it feels like it. I love film. I love film a lot. And currently, at the moment, video game news is pretty much at a standstill, let's just say. Unless you care about this PC specs for Armored Core 6. I think that was the game. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Alec Baldwin could be charged for Rust shooting again after new report. I should start off by saying this was an absolute crappy situation, and I really do hope all the people responsible for it, that includes Alec Baldwin and that girl who was in charge of the guns, I hope all of them get their just desserts, whatever the courts decide that be. I'm just reading an article, so let's just get to this. Alec Baldwin could be facing manslaughter charges once again after new details have revealed regarding the 2021 fatal shooting on the set of the movie Rust. That was the one with Jensen Ackles, if I'm not mistaken. On Tuesday, a forensic report was released via Variety, which provided more insight into the gun that was used on the set of Rust, which accidentally led to the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. According to the report, which was commissioned by Special Prosecutors Kari Morrissey and Jason Lewis, the Colt 45 revolver was used by Baldwin on Rust set would only fire if the trigger had been pulled. This goes against previous claims from Baldwin and his legal team, which argued that the gun had been modified before the incident. This fatal incident was the consequence of the hammer being manually retracted to its fully rearward and cocked position, followed at some point by the pull or rearward depression of the trigger. The report concluded although Alec Baldwin repeatedly denies pulling the trigger, given the tests, finding and observations reported here, the trigger had been pulled or depressed sufficiently to release the fully cocked or retracted hammer of the evident revolver. While Baldwin has yet to be officially charged with new findings, the possibility of it would mark another new turning point in the Rust ordeal. And just when he thought it was over, they keep pulling him back in. Wow, I cannot pronounce this woman's name. Hannah Reed, let's just go with that. Who worked as an armorer on this film, is set to go to trial in December of this year for involuntary manslaughter and evidence tampering. Baldwin was previously charged with involuntary manslaughter, but those charges were dropped because he is, of course, a Hollywood elite. Production of the Rust recently resumed earlier this year amid Baldwin's manslaughter charges. Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking actually going back through with that movie. But Hollywood's going to Hollywood, right? That was terrible. No, I mean, this was a whole travesty, not gonna lie. Um, a woman lost her life, a husband lost his wife. You know, all for what? Play pretend? Because as much as I love the film industry, that is what it is. And it just isn't worth it. Now, I'm not one of those who thinks they should go around banning all these real weapons, so to speak, on film sets. Because it is very rare that that actually happens where someone would get injured with a real weapon on set. The way I see it, it was the armor's fault for the most part. That's not debatable. All the news that came out about it where they were using the gun to practice real shooting, there were real bullets in it at some point. That's not supposed to happen. But it was also the fault of Alec Baldwin for not checking the gun before he picked it up. Even a kid in the South, you know that if you pick up a gun, you check it to see if it's full of bullets. I would say that's common sense, but apparently it's not. I don't know, it's just weird. This whole situation could have been avoided. I don't know what else to say about the matter, but what about you guys? What do you think about this? Do you think Alec Baldwin will actually be charged this time around, or are they just going to let him walk free again? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys next time.